I offer my respects to all the masters of the past, all the great masters of the future, and all the great masters of the present. The purpose of this life is bliss. We need to be peaceful, happy in each and every activity. Is there a way to get there? The person who appears externally is not the real self. The personality is all guided by the knowledge, is guided by many conditionings, of the society. The real self is behind this personality. Whom you call as that I. The I sometimes may mean I am is God. I am is the self. But when it becomes the other extreme of the personality, I am is also the devil. On whom you depend is all that matters. The real self is behind this personality. He is continuously watching this person. He is the Sakshi. He is the witnesser. He doesn't have any change. He exists in the past, in the present, in the future. He is changeless. That I am that is always the same. He exists in that here and now. When you drop yourself totally in that moment of now, without the influence of the body, without any influence of the mind or the body mind complex, without the thoughts, then you are exactly in that space of now, in that moment of now, when you are totally in the here and now, no law, no knowledge, no imaginations, no conditionings, no influence, that inner me, that inner self which has the vast potential, that inner me that inner self is the individual soul. It has tremendous potential. It has tremendous peace. And it is tremendously blissful. When you descend into that inner me, that inner self, all the sensory organs are totally tuned to that here and now. Even your name, your form are no longer there. Even you are not even that Maitreya. Beautiful mystery takes place in your heart. In that moment of here and now, yourself has all the potential. If you depend on that inner self, if that personality, if that name form anchors on that inner me, inner self, your heart, your soul, a beautiful transformation will take place. The mind, the thoughts which are usually the thoughts connected with the thoughts, all the external world is also connected with the thought. Whatever appears in the outer, whatever is appearing in the objective reality, the Prakriti is always just wave on the ocean of your inner self. A thought, the mind is also coming from the no mind. The thought is also sourced from that thoughtless area. The whole of Prakriti the duality of Prakriti and Purusha is all because you have lost your contact with that inner me. When you are the inner self, the dimension of that moment of here and now, it's so beautiful. No misery can touch this inner me. The world of body and mind, the world of all the external objects, comes in because the subject is the absence. When the inner self alone is present, then you are no longer a person, you are purely the presence of Atma. The whole existence springs from this Atma. Descend into that moment of here and now. Let all your sensory organs, your vision, your smelling, your touch, your taste, your hearing, be in that moment of here and now. When you are in that moment of here and now, no past knowledge, no future imaginations. You are purely the knowing, the knower, the knowing, the knowledge become one. One should be in that awareness of that inner self. The inner self, so the beauty is you should become the subject, the subjective reality should be the source, then you will be more intuitive, and you will be the individual self will become the universal self. Self-realization should be one's goal. Self-discovery, self-enquiry, the Atma should become the Sakshi to every process that is going all around. It is so easy after you complete the process of meditation, the mind becomes no mind and the pure mind of God. Then descend into your own moment of here and now, of that self. The tranquility and peace shall flow, and you will be the spring, yourself will be the springboard. You will be the free flow of all the consciousness, of all the awareness, of all the equanimity. You will be so blissful when you are centered in your inner self. It is so simple, and you can realize that you are the Swami. You are realizing and established in your own inner self. For that, no outer changes are required. No change of dress is required. You need not smear any ashes on your forehead or on your body. You need not grow your beard or change your attire. Nothing is required. All the transformations are of inner, and it is very easy. Self-realization is the easiest of all the sciences, but we are chasing all the outer. Everybody is chasing outer, and they become more miserable. You will anchor on your suffering. Suffering and misery are possible only with that objective conquering, and the reality is it does not exist. In reality, all external is only a illusion and Maya. One should realize that all outer chases are only of your mind, and because the consciousness wants to execute its desires of the mind, it takes up a body. But when you realize all the outer, whether it is body, mind, the different persons, the different existence, the different prakriti, it is all a waste. You will realize it is an illusion when you know that you are the inner self. The whole spirituality is to realize that self. The Advaita, it says the non-duality, the whole world is unreal, is the first. The second is the Brahman is the only truth, and the third is Brahman is the world. If you try to understand non-duality with your mind, you will never be able to understand. You should be a practitioner. You should be an experiencer, and it is so easy. The sadhana, once you realize that you are that Atman, you are that individual self, you realize your self, the self is realized, and Atma becomes the Sakshi. You have discovered yourself. The self is not lost, appears to be lost. What exists already, you are only discovering it. This is our whole goal. Once you realize, once you discover yourself, you have realized it. Then the Atma Sakshatkara will happen and you become the God. Individual self and universal self become one. This is the reality, and it is so simple. I wish you all the best and God bless you.